and welcome to another Daily Digest video. I am Ross Merriam, and today I am trying out a twist on the Modern Elves deck. This is what Martin Juza played at Grand Prix Copenhagen to a solid finish. It is Elves, but it splashes white, like some Elves decks do, but it does for one Vizier of the whatever Vizier thing. For the Devoted Druid Vizier combo, so Devoted Druid is conveniently an elf, which is nice, and you can just sort of shoehorn a powerful combo into your deck. You have Chord already that tutors for it, and Collected Company, just like the other decks, but you also have this normal, very powerful Elves game plan to back it up. Our opponent's mulligan to 6 on the play. Our hand is very good if we draw lands, and I think it is good enough that I'm going to keep, because we have enough 1-mana spells, and 1-mana spells to provide mana, so that we can ignore, or that we can risk it. Even if we miss once, we should still be in okay shape. Yeah, I will keep. See if our opponent goes any further. No, they've kept 6. And scry the top. What do we got? Death Shadow deck, Cycle Street Wraith. Come at me. Ooh, no follow-up, okay. Could be getting our first elf fatal pushed here, but so be it. Elf, not elk. That would be bad. And I still, even though there's a good chance I get fatal pushed here, I think I have to play the better elf as opposed to an expendable second copy of Heritage Druid. Ooh, no fatal push. That is great. Great sign. See what is cooking over there. If we don't draw land, next turn we'll go Mystic plus Heritage. If we do draw land, we'll play Heritage plus Dwynen's Elite, and then play Archdruid. And that'll be great. Looks like our opponent is a Grixis variety deck. This might be a discard spell. They could have drawn the Fatal Push. Okay, just a Tassiger. Ooh, Devoted Druid. Is playing Devoted Druid better than getting 2 elves on the battlefield? I don't think so. I think it's better to just be more explosive, even though we might be sacrificing some ability to combo next turn. I'd just rather insulate myself from potential removal spells. Might be a K command coming on this turn. Gladly take 4 here. Yeah, okay, terminate. That's fine. Now we have another Heritage Druid. So we can play Heritage Druid, make 3, then play Heritage Druid plus Dwynen's Elite, make 3, and then play Archdruid. So that sounds good to me. And our opponent would have to deal themselves 10 damage for that their next attack to be lethal. I doubt that's going to happen. I guess I could have played Dwynen's Elite off of these 2 and then made 3. Yeah, that's worse than what I'm doing here. Okay. Heritage Druid, Dwynen's Elite, let this trigger resolve. Make 3. Man, Elves is great. And Archdruid. All on 1 land. Okay, Serum Visions is good. We'll see what they do with the Scry. Always a good sign when you're ahead that your opponent casts a dig spell. They've split the 2. Okay. Well, that seems pretty good. In my humble opinion, we have 7 elves, so this is exactly 8 mana with the Cavern. So we can tap Archdruid, play Zuri, activate it, kill them. Yeah. Make green, play a Zuri. Activate it. Okay. So I didn't see it go on the stack, but they must be F6'd. Got a little nervous there that I'd somehow screwed up something mechanically, but huh. Well, turn 4 kill on 1 land hand with Devoted Druid Collected Company left in hand. So yeah, impressive first game. Our opponent just wasn't able to interact early enough, so just had the 1 terminate on turn 3, and that's just not going to be enough in a matchup like this. I like the Scavenging Ooze here, and I like the paths. I think our opponent's going to be pretty good at breaking up the combo. I almost want to board it out. I think I'm going to do that. I just want to play more of a value game against them and have removal for their few threats. Selfless Spirit could be fine. Usually the Grixis decks have some sweepers in their board. I know Brad had a Staticaster and a Kozilek's Return in Baltimore, but he's switching over to Angers to help deal with Dredge and other things. 1 Selfless Spirit is pretty good at dealing with anger as a core target, but it's really bad against Liliana. If they're playing other sweepers, these Kitchen Finks could be good. Yeah, I think I'm just going to bring these 5 out. And, how good is Finks? The Grixis deck is a little bit better at grinding than other Death Shadow decks. I'll give them that. And they have Stubborn Denials for Cord and Collected Company. So I'm not guaranteed to hit on all of those. I don't really want to cut my 1-drops. Maybe I'd trim a Heritage Druid. That's usually the worst one. And then I could trim on some numbers of these. But I would just be replacing them with Finks. I don't think that's enough to play the normal game plan. I'd rather have the powered up synergies. I'm just boarding out the combo, bringing some removal. I guess I'm now down to a lot fewer hits off of Collected Company, but that's fine. I have 18 lands and 12 spells, so I still have 30 hits. That should be enough. Well, come on. Play first. If they want to draw first, I'll take it. Apparently they want to play first. And this is a fine hand. We've got a bunch of mana accelerants. 2 lands is great. That's about the ideal for an opening hand for this deck. So let's keep. I imagine our opponent will have a much more disruptive hand here now that they know the matchup. So Serum Visions, no. Just meant to tap for black for a discard spell. Yeah, Inquisition. Given that we have 3 mana elves, I assume they'll take one of our bigger spells. Okay. Azuri means that they're probably playing, or probably have a Stubborn Denial in hand. That would be my guess. A little surprised to see them be so aggressive with the Street Wraiths there. Sometimes it's good to save them if you have a Serum Visions. You can gain access to the cards you scry immediately. And it's not like they were going to draw anything off those Street Wraiths after tapping out for Inquisition. If anything, you would want to do it before you Inquisition, get more information. Well then. Huh. It's pretty good aggressive start from our opponent. I am even though it's gonna accelerate them, I just want to get this Death Shadow out of the way. I think they have a Stubborn Denial in their hand because they didn't take the cord off the Inquisition, so I don't want to get my thing Stubborn Denialed, and to play around that, I'd have to not play Llanowar Elves this turn, which I don't want to do, and even then, they could have another Street Wraith in their hand to make their Death Shadow a 4/4. Looks like they have another one. Okay. See what they do with the scry here, bottom and top. Black, black. Ugh. Okay, don't care to trade one of their cards here for Llanowar Elves, apparently. But they just dress away my cord. Don't need more lands here, so I'll pop this Horizon Canopy immediately. See if I want to do anything with it. And I like Twining's Elite here. Maybe I'm supposed... If they have a Fatal Push, they could push the Llanowar Elves in response, and I wouldn't get a 1/1. But they would have... their hand is exactly Fatal Push, Stubborn Denial. We're assuming the Stubborn Denial, that they might want to hold up the Stubborn and not care much. No, because they don't have a creature, so dealing with 1 mana is the same as getting to Stubborn Denial. This will keep me off Coco. So I don't think they have a Fatal Push. And with them at 8, I actually want to start getting some attacks in. Oh, they have another Street Wraith. Digging for a Fatal Push. And they found one, so I look like an idiot. Maybe they just didn't have the Stubborn Denial. Being too aggressive, putting them on a card. This is where they play Snapcaster. Yep. What did they just target there? Collective Brutality. Just killed Twining's Elite and maybe drain me for 2 with their last card. No, just kill my thing. Okay. Let's play our Visionary. That was a good draw. Ooh, and Twining's Elite. Another good draw. Elf, please. They know we have this Mystic. And we're actually in okay shape here. We're both drawn off the top. They've drawn a land, which is great. We have drawn a spell, which is great, even if it's just a 1/1. And I am very familiar with this plan. Attack with 1-power creatures. Yeah, that block doesn't make a lot of sense. You know, block the one that taps for mana. Don't really care about a sweeper, just want to kill them very quickly here. What could they have drawn to not cast? I guess a Stubborn Denial, or just a land they didn't want to play. But this is what I have. You're at 2. This is sort of one of the downsides of the Death Shadow decks. If you do fall behind, you really don't have a lot of time to catch back up because you've done a lot of damage to your life total already. And the Elf deck with its low land count and Rising Canopies and just bevy of cheap creatures, if they can kill your one main threat, which we were able to with a Path, then we're just done on the aggro plan, ready to kill them with a bunch of 1/1s. And that's what we did. Elves is great. Always is. Elvish Visionary, best card. A little sad to see only 2 in the list, but with the way the Modern list plays out, it makes a lot of sense. You need more impactful cards in that format, and you don't have Wirewood Symbiote to rebuy it. So, didn't really get to show off the combo, which was sort of my intention in playing the deck, but that's something that you have to learn. When you put a combo in a deck, you don't have to go all in for it, especially with the way this deck is built. But if the Elf plan is better and the combo plan isn't great, you just go towards the Elf plan, and that's what we did. And if the combo plan is good, then you can go towards that plan. It's really the versatility that makes the deck better, the fact that you can do either or, rather than having one set best plan. And hope you enjoyed that one, and you can come back and see me on Wednesday.